What's up, MP?
refrigerator door. Attention all who say, be sure to attend our next home game so you can take part in a very special giveaway. Each fan in attendance will receive their very own calendar. You don't want to miss out on this. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time,
well, there's always a little extra motivation for a team playing it. Welcome to 2K. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for him.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And we've heard from MP himself how much a rivalry game means to him. He knows the history of this franchise as well as any of the diehard fans.
I just love MP's competitiveness. Some people feel like rivalries aren't as important anymore. But he's gone the other route. He's looking to motivate his teammates any way he can. And that's why he's declared war on the opponents they have the most history with.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. They've got Jaden Ivey, Evans Wesley in at the four-man position.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Chicago with a rebound. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Come on.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Bulls. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Memphis, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
When I look at the Heat, they're still trying to find a way to play to their full potential in a holding pattern of...
Takes that one up and powers it through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
and that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And for the Bulls, they've got Ivy, and it's Matson in at the point.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup. They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
Christie's checked in for McGee, and for some reason, he decided to foul. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Chicago ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business.
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted. But it's not easy, man. There's a lot of talented guys out here. I love to see who's leading so far.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back.
And if you're just... Heat shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. And for the Bulls, and it's Jamison in at the 5, roaming the paint.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Can't get it to fall. Well, Chicago's shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Wallace. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Wallace has gone just 2 of 8 from the field. They now take the lead. And the Heat lead by 2.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
To take the lead, pure from 3-point range.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
To the wing, right side. And again, it's Chicago with a 3. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Also, lots of hustle on the offensive end, following shots and creating tons of second chance opportunities. Trying to close out, you got to know who's hot and who's not.
Here's Garcia. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Bulls leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. The Bulls making a switch here. The Heat have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. To stop the run. And it's good on the layup. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Ivy passes to Wesley. 3-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Chicago grabs the miss. And here's Ivy from the arc. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Heat trail by 8. And that one good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Wesley. The 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Lobo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. here is Howard. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Wesley. He's covered by Curry. Ivy outside. From outside the arc. Mobo with the rebound. Mobo's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Sinks it from distance. He's got 22.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Got a hand on it, and he gets it back.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
.121 left in the 4th quarter. Here are the Bulls with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Thomas outside. Pass to Ivy. Here's Wesley. Off the mark there with a 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
And Ivy pulls it down. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Bulls.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And this is how they wanted to finish off this season series, with a win and evening it up at 2 games apiece.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Thomas outside. So the Bulls win it. It ends up being a fairly easy road.
Rest, recuperate, be ready for tomorrow. Be careful. These fans boo Santa, and you ain't no Santa. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
You know, one thing we're seeing across the league, rookies, Brent, who have already impacted their team's winning.
Yeah, some guys really need some seasoning, but we're seeing a lot of guys come into this league, Kevin, ready to contribute at a very high level. And some of these performances have really blown me away. It's been impressive.
And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
You know, MP hasn't yet got the team on the right track in the rivalry rodeo. But the good news, tonight is a new opportunity. He won't forget how that last loss stung. So I expect MP to come out with something a bit extra tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Curry, also James out there. And it's Howard in at the 1. And let's go over to David Aldridge, who has something to say about MP. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
Got it right here, DA. I'm going to start chopping it down. Familiarity, the right breeding contempt here. Here's Oberto. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Stolen away. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Good on the triple.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And the basket is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Reed with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Philadelphia shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
First team foul.
And the first one drops.
Substitution on the court.
.114 left to play in the first quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
You make the most of second chance opportunities, and you're in there and active, where that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Russell, he's checked in for the 76ers. In transition, here comes Miami. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 6. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Martin with it. No scoring in this one. Pass to Webb. Shot clock at 6. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. He'd have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. That one's not going to go. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Inside, here's Russell. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And so Curry will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Stolen by Martin. Back to Frazier. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. And back with the start of the second quarter in. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got McGee. Adams is out there with Keefe. And it's Garcia in at the power forward. 76ers trailing. Over to the wing. And the wide open shot from Reed. Knocks down the 3-ball. Reed's got 7.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Ware passes to Reed. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Heat, their last game, a loss to Chicago. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Miami making a change here. Christie's checked in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And the Heat call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Nice D from Frazier. The 76ers leading by 4.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost them.
That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
There's the 3. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's his 2nd in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
A rebound by Washington. The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. 1:12 left in the first half. Curry. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his 4th assist in this one.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his...
And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome, everybody. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really...
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks for joining us.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Washington out there with Alexander. Then it's Roberto. Then there's Reed. And it's Brown in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
From deep Washington. The offensive rebound. Here's Alexander. Off target from outside.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And a missed layup.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pass to Reed. Here's Alexander. Connects from three-point range. Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Oh, that's blocked.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Wasted no time on that one. Brown's got 16.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
The Heat trail by 20. And they get it. And he lays it up and in. He's got 14.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Howard. Stolen by Reed. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. A nice shot by Brown.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Webb's checked in for Philadelphia. Now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight, divided between the starters and the reserves for Philadelphia. The Heat have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The Heat trail by 20. Got a hand on it. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Adams, he's checked in for Miami. McGee comes in for Howard. Reed with the block.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
The Heat shooting about 42% so far. Good.
And right now, I don't think he could hit a barn the way he shot this quarter. How about 2 of 10?
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pulls up, high post. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Reed's got 14 points.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off him.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
McGee in the corner. Got a piece of it.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Three-pointer. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Looking to end his cold spell. Stolen by Reed. 35 seconds left to play in the third.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
It's hauled in by Oberto. Oberto's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
On the court for the Heat, they've got James. He's out there with Curry, and it's Howard in at point. The 76ers leading by 18.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Fourth team foul.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his fifth foul, and one more. It'll be hitting showers.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Pass to Brown. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 13 points in the second half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The layup missed.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He knows every possession is critical now. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. To the middle. Ware kicks to Cunningham. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. Moore's checked in.
Number 22, Wendell Moore.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And James picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Great, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on.
So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their...
Win some, you lose some. At least you get some extra rest tonight. NYC, baby. The stars are out. Say what's up to Spike for me.
second season with Golden State Warriors. I won NBA championships, and let's see what happens if we change the team. We played on Golden State Warriors, and let's go on Dallas. It's this. So what we're gonna do is step one, right? Is go to MyCareer, the tab, right? It's the same as last year, the same shit as last year. You scroll down into career features, right? And here you see 9 minutes, arena sounds, edit playbook, message chats, trade, targets, right? And unfortunately, we do not have the options for what to trade in this tool, which is the biggest bullshit in the world. So if you're in a team like the Washington Wizards or like the Detroit Pistons, then you're absolutely booked, right? And I want to leave them on moves. I want to put the trade, for example, because right now my guy Damian Lillard, Big Three, is turning 55 years old as my great granny, and therefore I don't want to be in this team. And we're gonna build, a dynasty. You know what I mean? Right now we got 2 championships back to back, 25 and 26. Right, but right now it's not enough with a 40-year-old man next to me, right? So I do want to put the trade there, but we cannot. But I'll let y'all know when we get an update about this, and maybe they add the feature back. Share and then click my page, you can share it. Click rate, save, and slot 10. Whatever slot that it's in. The web that is unfound, the ones that have natural loss and subjects.
Wake up.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few. And a happy Thursday evening to you folks. And certainly on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
And when it comes to the rivalries this team has, MP made something very clear. clear that his goal was to beat each and every single one in his way.
It's been frustrating for MP and his whole team. They have not been able to execute in these big rivalry games. It just seems like they've lacked the energy that you need to win these type of games. I do know one thing, though. MP takes his shortcomings very seriously. So I have a feeling that MP and company are going to be extra motivated tonight.
And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got James, and it's Bell in at point guard.
They must have fallen asleep defensively. How else do you explain an easy dunk right off the inbounds pass?
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here's New York now, defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. First quarter, just over a minute played.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Banked it in off the glass.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Heat. New York leading by 8. We've got Murray, and it's Fisher in at the 4. That's the group for New York starting the second. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Mobo inside. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Fast break, New York. And here they go. Christie's shot is off.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
No luck on that one. Well, the Knicks shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's Jeffries. Hauled in by McGee.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Pass to Keith from downtown. Offensive board. Now McGee. Down low. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Wade, he's checked in for New York. And Miami also making a switch. Christie's checked in for McGee.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Knicks out in front. They lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hi, everyone. In the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately from this guy, Victor, 7'4",
This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France. Moving right along now to the Miami Heat. They find themselves in a close contest at the half.
They're really going to war for the...
Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got James, and it's Adams in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 6. New York leading by 4. Outside Grant. Pass to Christie. Misses the 3.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Basket's good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Lee. He's got 6. Christie's shot is off.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And stolen by Graham. On the wing, Wade. He's got 17. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Very clever how he creates space against a bigger defender.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Here's Wade. 19 points in the game. Graham for 3. Knocks down the triple. Graham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And the shot goes down.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And now we've got an intentional foul. McGee. The Knicks with the lead. We've got Smith, and it's Jeffries in at the 3 slot. That's the...
All right, MP, get back in there.
Shot from the inbound. That's his 6th miss now, 5 of 11. Knicks leading by 3. Here's Lee. Graham for 3. And that's a miss. 8 for 14 on the night. Inside. It's intercepted. Fast break, New York. Here's Lee. Check by James. Christie's shot is off.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Pass to James. To the inside. And stolen by Graham. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Heat trail by 3. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to be better defensively.
Wade misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. That three's off the mark.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Money!
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Feet out. Here's Adams. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
Here's Wade. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Goes up off the inbound. The Knicks pull it in. And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
Line, 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and he buries it.
Assist from James.
We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And so this one belongs to the Knicks. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt...
Season's not over. Plenty of time left.
Yeah, just let it go. Focus on the next game. Cavs always come to play, especially at home. Lock in, MP.